Okay, today we're going to be talking about Gabby Hanna, but not directly Gabby Hanna. Let's talk about her sister. Now, I've done 2 of these videos in the past where I talked about, it was a trend that was going on in TikTok, and it was basically, you think you can hurt my feelings, and then blank. It was kind of basically being like, look what I've been through. We did one on Trisha Paytas, and we did one on James Charles. Now, in theirs, Trisha said, you think you can hurt my feelings, I'm friends with David Dobrik, and we were kind of like, okay. And then James was, you think you can hurt my feelings, I lost 3 million subscribers in one day and was accused of things I didn't do. So, I did the first video not expecting people to actually like it as much as they did, so then I did the Trisha one and people really liked that one as well. So, I thought I would do this one, so Gabby Hanna's sister did one in relation to Gabby Hanna. And we're just gonna watch it, we're gonna talk about it, and I think what's making me laugh so much about this one is, the trend is basically, you think you can hurt my feelings, I've been through this traumatic thing. So keep that in mind. And then this is what Gabby Hanna's sister did. This is her one, okay? Her name is literally Cecilia on TikTok. I looked up and her sister is actually 18 years old, so a year older than me. Actually, I'm 18 next week, so hey. Hey, bestie. So the audio is that this time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. But I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm just going to sing it instead. So it says, you think you can hurt my feelings? My sister is the most hated person on the internet. So it goes, this time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. I can't believe. Imagine being Gabby Hanna going on TikTok and you see that your sister posted, you think you can hurt my feelings? My sister is the most hated person on the internet. And then you can just see her reaction down here. I can't. She was bad for this. Is Gabby Hanna's sister on the same page as us? Maybe so. So you think you can hurt my feelings? My sister is the most hated person on the internet. I think it was just really funny. And this is 2.2 million likes. And it has 50,000 comments. Now, people were really talking about this because people were like, girl, you were fucking bad for this, because everyone was just making the joke that this is like a traumatic event that happened in your life. And then her sister is like, I'm sisters with Gabby Hanna. But I always thought, wow, imagine being in the family of someone who is, you know, on that pedestal of YouTube where they're kind of a bit more problematic, to say the least. Like, it's like being Trisha Paytas' sister or something, or being Gabby Hanna's sister. Now, because her sister is 18, I feel like I can talk about her rather than like an older person on YouTube like Keemstar coming in talking about it, like a 40-year-old man. We're the same age, so I can talk like in relation to how I feel like I would be if I was in that situation. The difference with Trisha Paytas though is Trisha Paytas' sister is a lot older. She's like the same age as Trisha, but Gabby Hanna's sister like goes to college, she goes to school, she goes to work, you know what I mean? And her sister is Gabby Hanna. Now, Gabby Hanna doesn't shy away from a controversy or two, to say the least. Right? And after I saw this, I just wondered constantly what it's like to be in that inner circle, like having Christmas Day with Gabby Hanna, or like going trick-or-treating with Gabby Hanna, or, you know, go Easter egg hunting with Gabby Hanna. Like, does she like sing her way through it, you know what I mean? Does she, whenever in Halloween night and she sees someone dressed as a monster, she goes, ah, it's a monster, you know what I mean? Does she go like that? Or does she go like, point the trigger, pull the trigger, point the gun? Does she start singing randomly during like Christmas dinner or like family dinners or family get-togethers? Does she just start randomly singing? That is the question that I have. What was really weird to me was whenever I was looking through these comments on TikTok of her sister, everyone loves her and apparently her TikToks do really well. The sister is really well received and the sister can handle a joke or two, which I really appreciated because her sister clearly can't. And all the comments are you a high school bully? So that Gabby Hanna, high school fucking bullies! I am the fucking victim! My voice gets so tense every time I do that. But do you know what I mean? That's like being 17 years old, going to school, and your sister is Trisha Paytas or something. You know what I mean? Like Trisha having all these episodes on YouTube and stuff, and you have to go into school the next day and you're like, hi guys. Hey, how y'all doing? You know what I mean? Or Gabby Hanna going on a podcast, screaming, like crying, and then you go into college the next day and your friends are like, hey, and you're like, hey. Yeah, how does that work? Maybe the sister tells people that it's an act, that Gabby's playing a character or something. I feel like that's the way I would probably make this out to be if my brother was like Gabby Hanna. I would literally be like, he's playing a character. He's calling you a high school bully as a character. And I think it's also quite interesting how the sister's like, my sister is the most hated person on the internet. So it really shows kind of what their family's perception of Gabby is, you know, that they really do think she is the most hated person on the internet. I get it, it's a joke. We all know Gabby isn't the most hated person on the internet, even though it seems like it at times. So again, keeping with this lighthearted theme, I asked my subscribers, Gabby Hanna's sister posted this OMG opinions, and we have some. Missy said, not condoning bullying minors, Girl, who was bullying minors here? But she says it like it's something to brag about. Her sister is one of the most hated people because she thinks she has thick skin too, but crumbles and deflects anytime there's any hate criticism thrown her way. I loved Gabby until her whole identity became, I'm a bigger person, my life is so great, and fuck you for saying anything I don't agree with, you high school bully. Cheese said, I feel bad for this poor girl. Imagine having to be related to that self-centered, attention-seeking excuse of a YouTuber. Couldn't be me. Chi-Chi, you were fucking bad for that. You know where I'm gonna send you? To the ranch. And then to jail. You're gonna do some community service for that comment. Someone said, I mean, she got less hate than James Charles' brother. Jungle Book Star Wars didn't find her. Yeah, and if you imagine that, remember Jeffree Star literally started bullying James Charles' younger brother? I don't think we talked about that enough, right? That was weird. Why did that happen? Remember Jeffree literally went out of his way not to attack James because James was on a social media break during this time, but literally just go after the younger brother for tweeting stuff that was like completely irrelevant to the situation and he was just trying to brag him down. I meant drag him down, but brag him down sounds very cool as well. Ironhead said, it's the fact that Gabby Hanna, being the most hated person in the world, probably does nothing for her. I bet she only gets the smallest amount of silver of a fraction of the hate. And I would assume so as well, because her TikToks are really received well, and then if you go to Gabby Hanna's TikToks, not so much. Jay said, but Gabby brings 90% of the hate onto herself for her own actions, like going on Drama Alert and rehashing old drama with Trisha Paytas. Time and time again, she could have decided she needed to be a better person, but she didn't. Clover said, putting yourself into unnecessary drama seems to run in the family. Now, Clover, I'm sending you to jail too. Y'all are fucking shady bastards. Dilly Nilly said, if anyone is the most hated, it's Shane Dawson and Jar Jar Starfish. But since Gabby is friends with Shane and all of them, she gets tangled up in the hate as well. But usually she gets the hate because she makes the drama. And I feel like this is a YouTuber, which is very weird, that everyone is kind of in unison in the community being like, yeah, you start your own drama. Even with Trisha Paytas, people are like, a little bit of more leeway than Gabby Hanna, in my opinion, right? Everyone's like, Gabby, you start it. I mean, she does, but everyone's just in agreement. It's really weird. Figure Skater said, I don't understand why she inserted herself with this meme, to be honest. I get that they're related, but I doubt that she gets any hate. Also, Adam, I love your videos. Thank you so much, and I honestly agree. I don't think people be like, I hate Gabby Hanna, so you know where I'm gonna go? Gabby Hanna's sister's TikTok comments. I understand that she was just getting involved in this trend, and I actually think she killed it the way she was like, my sister's most... I think it was funny, right? I think we're allowed to have a lighthearted joke with her. We're laughing with her. The sister, not Gabby. Sarah said, oof, maybe someone should tell her no one is actually paying attention to Gabby. Like, does she think her sister is that popular that she's the most hated person on the internet? She gets a couple 100,000 views maybe. Doesn't sound like the most hated to me. Peyton said, but it really shows that the family are being affected by the actions, and this was kind of where I was coming from, where it was like, you know, the hate that Gabby gets, like, how are her family reacting to that? Is it normalized to them now? Is it something that still hurts them? Is it like, oh, Gabby, you know what I mean? We're just gonna turn off to it. You know what I mean? Do they just turn off the internet whenever Gabby's having another breakdown, kinda? Or are they like, more money? Someone said, oh, this trend is so cringy. Thank God I don't have TikTok. Someone said, my opinion, I'd say the same thing as her. GV commented, I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought it be a shot to take a load off. My brain is poison and I'm searching for the antidote, but every time I find it, in my defense I scream, oh no you don't. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna try to read that again because I kinda messed up. This is hard. Maybe Gabby does spit bars. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to take a load. Sorry, it's so funny. If you don't know, this is a Gabby quote. Okay, hold on, sorry. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to be a shot to take a load off. My brain is poison and I'm searching for the antidote, but every time I find it, in my defense I scream, oh no you don't. Whoa. I winded myself. How does Gabby have enough breath support to do that? Wow. One more time. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to be a shot to take a load off. My brain is poison and I'm searching for the antidote, but every time I find it, in my defense I scream, oh no you don't. Whoa. Whoa, that's so difficult to do. Jesus Christ. Whoa, I'm like at a loss of breath. Whoa. People are saying that they hate this trend though because it seems to be drama baiting, and I do agree, but this isn't just for Gabby's sister. I feel like for all of them, like James and Gabby, no, Trisha. Wow, there's so many names. Starless Brim said, you think you can hurt my feelings? Yeah, you probably could. That would be the one I would do. Ashley said, I'd like to know if she was actually getting hate for simply being Gabby Hanna's sister. If that's the case, that's not right, and I do feel bad for her. I completely agree because, like, she's complete unrelated. That's like coming for James Charles' brother for James Charles. You know what I mean? Or at least that's how I'm seeing it. Bob Ross said, she should have said my sister's the monster instead. Honeybee said, making everything about yourself seems to run in the family. This was a TikTok trend. You better stop. Jail. I genuinely will be damned if she's actually getting hate for being Gabby Hanna's sister because no one deserves that. No one deserves to be Gabby Hanna's sister. Sorry, I didn't mean it. It was just a little joke. Okay, guys, so just a little fun, lighthearted video. I really wanted to do one of these because people enjoyed the other one. So to end it off, we're just gonna do this one more time. I climbed out my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to be a shot to take a load off. My brain is poisoned out. I'm searching for the antidote, but every time I find it in my defenses, I scream, oh no, you don't. Whoa. Okay, I'll read out one more. Actually, Gracie said she 100% knows what's going on. I think she did the if you can't beat them, join them motive like what her sister did with the monster meme that was circulating. And yeah, I think this is what it is. And a lot of people were being so serious with this as well. People would be like, oh my god, your sister is not the most hated person on the internet. And like, we get it. Gabby Hanna's not the most hated person on the internet, but the sisters are allowed to have fun as well. And I think this was a genuinely funny TikTok. And so, this was more of a lighthearted one. Don't send this, she's 18, don't send this kid hate for literally being Gabby Hanna's sister. It's dumb. Oh my god, I enjoyed just doing a lighthearted video for once. I will see you in my next one. I hope you enjoyed this. Something a little bit more fun. I love you, and if you want more lighthearted stuff, let me know. This was fun. Climbed out myself, I climbed out my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to be a shot to take a load off my brain. And it's poison and I'm searching for the antidote. But every time I find it, my defense is screaming, oh no you don't, whoa. I'm never gonna remember the full thing. I'll see you in the next one, bye.